we all need grace in our life. We need grace to continue to live the life that God desires and wants us to live. And the grace that God gives us is through the sacraments, through the life of the church. And Jesus set the sacraments up through the church so that his presence to us would always be there. And not only is it a visible presence, not only can we see, touch, taste, and know that Jesus is present through the sacraments, but there's actual grace in the sacraments that are a part of our life that allow us to live the life that Jesus desires us to live. So the question I'll often get is, well, what do the sacraments have to do with me? Like, what's so important? Because grace, and none of us can live without grace. None of us can do what God wants us to do without grace. None of us can live the life that God wants us to live, that we truly desire to live without grace. And that grace is accessed in the sacraments. It's the actual grace that we receive through the sacramental life is more than we can actually even know about it. It's so much that we can't even often see it or know it's active, but it is. And in the decisions that we make and the way we live our life, the grace of the sacraments are there. And the church has set up so beautifully to offer these sacraments for us, to continue to nurture these sacraments and have them available for us through the life of the church. The sacramental life cannot be lived outside the church. And so often we'll hear is, well, I can just go live my relationship with God, this vertical relationship with God way out there. Where the relationship with God is so much more attainable in the life of the church. It's set up so that we can really have access to God, that we can know God and really live in relationship with God through being in relationship with the church, where Jesus set up the sacramental life through the apostles for thousands of years so that you and I can continue to have access to the sacraments and access to the grace so that we can live the life that God desires us to live.